hopefully that'll work. Okay. That seems to have worked. I am so sorry. To anyone who had been watching the stream, what happened was Achilles has been in a feisty mood all evening. I'm so sorry. He ran to where the router was plugged, and I guess he got his leg snagged on the cord. He ripped the plug out of the wall. Which, makes it a little difficult to keep streaming on Wi-Fi when your cat has ensured that that does not happen. So I will continue streaming for a little bit. I hope that some of you will notice and maybe come back. Are you saying sorry? Because it doesn't sound like you're saying sorry. It sounds like you're complaining that I went back to streaming. Cats, man. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Apparently can't stream with them and can't stream without them either. Again, I just want to apologize for that happening. No, it seemed like it came in the middle of me talking, so middle of an interaction. It's not an ideal time to suddenly be pulled away by forces a little bit outside of my control. I mean, I did adopt the cats, to be fair, but did not ask them to come and knock out my Wi-Fi. Hi again, Josh. It was cats. Cats were the reason that I stopped streaming. I'm sure nobody is surprised by this. I think maybe this is where the gun is supposed to attach. Yeah, that looks right. We're gonna say that that's right. Still repairing Tau. None of that has changed. Still super gluing, still putting things down, and still popping feet off of stuff. So, no, well, yeah, that's about what could be expected there. Let's see, who else do we have in here that we can fix up? You. I think you just need arms and maybe some guns. You need to be removed from your base as well. Yep, there's a foot snap. Kinda want to get him out on his flight stand. Maybe I should keep some of these flight stands. I keep kind of popping them off. They're like really screwed into their bases though, so it's not like they're gonna come out. That foot went flying off. Oh, dear. There it is. Oh, that's fair enough. I feel like marbling is kind of a difficult technique to pull off, so best of luck. I haven't really attempted that too much myself yet, but I kind of want to, so if you have a method that works, definitely tell me about it. I'd be interested. I've heard that, like, some people say if you have a dried out baby wipe, you can spray paint at it through an airbrush, and that's a way to do it. That sounds really weird and kind of complicated, so I haven't tried that. But I don't know, maybe it's the right way to do that. These are two very metal arms. They're heavy. All of this is stuff that a better hobbyist than me would pin. However, I'm the hobbyist that you get, so we're super gluing. In fact, I think you could see the bits, like the drilling into this mini where the previous hobbyist had pin it. It lives! Yeah, sorry about that. My cat killed the stream. You can blame Achilles. He ripped the plug out of the Wi-Fi router, which then kind of made it impossible to be connected to the internet because suddenly there was no Wi-Fi. Not much to be done about that, I'm afraid. Also, I'm sorry that my hands are currently super off-screen and covered by my little talkie guy. This is just the position I've decided to glue this in. So, excuse me. It works, and it is complicated. Okay. You wish to snuggle Achilles? He gets plenty of snuggles, honestly. He's the baby around here. So he gets lots of extra love and cuddles because he had a difficult childhood. And for a while, the vet really wasn't sure if he was going to pull through or not. We weren't really sure if he was even going to survive after I adopted him. I had a lot of very worried nights about Achilles. However, he is growing. I used to be able to pick him up with one hand and he weighed like nothing. And now he's getting big. He's so tall now, too. He was just little and bitty like a month ago, but he's grown already. I didn't tell him he could grow so big. He's getting big. Yeah, it was a really rough time when I first adopted Achilles. And part of the reason his name is Achilles is because my friend Adam suggested it based on the song Achilles Come Down by Gang of Youths, which was a song that I listened to every day when I was going through the roughest time in my life, multiple times a day, just over and over and over and over and over again. And the lyrics seem to fit my Achilles' struggle as well. So, yeah. He then showed himself to have an extremely feisty personality, and wanted to bite everything, and is a total fighter, and tears apart all of his toys within moments of getting them. So, it really fit him quite well. You have 3 girl cats. That's adorable. What are their names? What color cats are they? That's important information. Okay, I think maybe I need to glue this towel down on, not the towel, I need to glue the nid onto the base, and then glue the towel on top of him. Because then I can also secure that foot down onto the bottom there. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then he needs his other arm on, but he's gonna take a while to dry, just like this. We're gonna balance him on this bottle of Tamiya panel liner, because that's what I have around. And we can move on. Get this guy. His arms need time to dry. Frankly, they've got a lot. That super glue's doing a lot of work to hold a chunky bit of metal onto this body. Isabel, Persephone, and Daphne. Izzy and Percy were in a pair. Daphne was a singleton. All black, and Percy is the only short hair. Percy and Daphne fight sometimes. That sounds delightful. Hector and Achilles fight quite a bit. And I know that, like, historically, there was Hector and Achilles who fought quite a bit. So that makes it especially funny. But I have to tell people that it is not after the historical Hector. It is, in fact, Hector Barbosa from Pirates of the Caribbean that this Hector is named after. Look at how easy that was. This one came right off because he has a flight stand base. So he was like, whoop. And I was just like, whoop. No foot stuck to that base. Beautiful. Wonderful. We can fix him up. Put him on his new base. Ooh, he has like a rocket pack. That's fun. I don't know where that attaches. Does that go? Yeah, that'll go up there. Okay, cool. Suppose I could be doing these with plastic glue since I'm gluing plastic to plastic right now, but you know what? That was not a choice that I made. Chose super glue. It's some level of regret, but it's fine. Aw, Samwell. I love hearing about Samwell. Talked about Sam a few times, and always a delight. Good luck, Oliver. My cats like to hunt bugs too, but I try not to let bugs get in the house because they tend to puke up the bugs that they have eaten. And frankly, I don't like cleaning up cat vomit as a daily activity. It is not fun. There we go. Oh, Percy is the long-haired one. Okay, that's fair. I don't have any long-haired cats. All of my boys are short hairs. Which is by choice. I like short-haired cats. I don't trust myself to keep up with the grooming regime needed for a long-haired cat. You can hear my boys fighting in the other room. I promise you they are play fighting. I know the difference in their meows, so... If you are not a cat owner and you're like, why is this streamer allowing cat violence to occur in the other room? I promise you it is consensual cat violence. They are play fighting each other. If you own cats who regularly play fight, eventually you get used to it as well, and it's just, yep, that's what they're doing. She sheds the least. That's awesome. Oh yeah, no one like lets bugs in the house. Sometimes bugs just get in. I guess I didn't phrase that the best. I need a new show or something to start watching, because I finished Stranger Things. I've been thinking about going back and trying to finish out Iron-Blooded Orphans, but I kind of lost interest in that. So I don't know if I'll go back to it and finish it. But I need a new show or something to get into. What am I looking for? I'm always looking for a good fantasy show, if you have one. I love a dark fantasy. I am currently taking anime recommendations. as well. Let's see. I'm not really into anything. Like, I don't want comedy specifically. Like, if it happens to be funny and other stuff happens, that's fine. But I don't want anything like The Good Place or The Office, where it's just like the main focus is comedy. Did I watch Dark? I tried, Josh. I wasn't into it. I tried to get into it. I don't know, for whatever reason, it didn't hit for me. I wanted to like it, but it just wasn't the vibe. I don't know. I think that's supposed to go there. I just don't exactly know how it attaches. Knights and Magic is one of your favorite fantasy animes, although that's a power trip more than anything else. Oh, that's fair, yeah. Dark fantasy can be difficult to source stuff for. And you can only watch the Dark Crystal series on Netflix but so many times. I'll settle for non-dark fantasy, though. Like, regular fantasy is fine. I don't know, I'm not really feeling anything sci-fi. Slice of life is always good if it's just like, yeah, we're just people in a town. Like, that's fine. Or anything horror. I'm really picky with my horror, but I do enjoy horror as a genre a lot. So if you got that, I will take it. It's not in the size basin. It's not the size basin. Sure, 40. What, 32s? 60s. Those are commanders. I feel like I should have some 40mm bases somewhere. Maybe I don't. I feel like this was the 40mm size. Did I not ask for 40mm? These are test bases. Oh, I think we found that guy's arm that had been broken before. Oh, nope, that's just another guy. But I also found that guy's arm. So that's good. Let's see. Hey, no disaster happened. This has been a fairly disaster-free episode of Tau Hospital, if I'm honest. Much less disastrous than last night's. Sorry to disappoint anybody who was hoping for another big calamity, but I've been doing decently well tonight. Did I watch Northman, the movie? Yes, I did. I did see that. Yeah, I think part of it might have been the lip sync issue that was really bugging me. Which isn't really a fair complaint, but sometimes if stuff bugs you, it bugs you. I don't mind a niche recommendation. I certainly have quite a few favorites of things where I'm like, listen, this is not popular and people are not going to know what you're talking about if you bring this up. Like, I think I've watched, I don't know how niche Vampire Hunter D, the anime movie is as a thing, but like I've watched that like 40 times pretty recently. 40 is exaggerating, but I've watched it a good deal. Commanders and crisis suits. I don't know if this guy's a crisis suit. I think he might be he's something else, but I don't know that I have. I feel like I should have more bases than I do, and I don't know if I just put them somewhere else. I feel like I should have 40s. I don't know where they went. I didn't leave them in the package, I don't think. I don't know where I could have put them, so that's odd. Maybe Achilles stole some of my bases and dragged them off somewhere, never to be seen again. Which honestly would be very like him. Seem to be losing everything today. You ever have one of those days where you just can't find the shit that you're looking for? I'm sure you've had one or two of those. I think everybody has. It's frustrating as all hell, though. Admittedly. Because this is the size base that I need. And it is not a 50. Right? Like, that's too big. But it's also bigger than a 32. That's too small. So I feel like I would have ordered 40mm bases. But potentially, I did not do that. There's a very real possibility that I just freaking did not do that. Although, with the sample bases, there are some of these that look like they're from a different section. Maybe, I don't know. It's getting weird with me not remembering where stuff ended up. But that happens sometimes. Tau Hospital. Yep. We're working on some Tau. Been repairing some guys. You know. That's how it goes. Okay, they've been repaired, so they need new bases. That guy's standing pretty good. Yeah. That looks fine. He's standing on a dead nid. That's pretty fun. I'm gonna put him up here. Brace. Oh, he still needs his arm glued back on before he can be primed, but that's okay. I need to find bases. I don't know what happened to my 40s, but there's gotta be 40mm bases around here somewhere. I'll figure it out. I haven't seen Outlander. No, that one I haven't checked out yet. It's all books. Hey, I can't help you there. I am reading some books, but I definitely like there's a difference in winding down by reading a book or winding down by watching a show. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's not quite the same there. You blame the ADHD? Fair enough. Oh, you're all good. Someone will eventually recommend me something, and then I'll watch that. It's no big deal. It happens all the time. Alright, I need to not press on this one too hard, but I do need to get his gun glued on. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Always a pleasure to have you on the stream. I really appreciate you stopping by. You have a good one. Thanks for bearing witness to the hobby crimes that may or may not have been committed tonight. I probably won't be streaming for too much longer, but I wanted to try and get a few more of these guys fixed up so that I can prime them. It's nice because there's like a percentage of my cabinet now that I'm starting to see, which is just it's just like Zenithal primed, but I'm like, ooh, that you can see like the progress of the Tau coming together, and that's kind of fun. Now the thing is, this guy has some, in addition to chonky metal arms, he's got some chonky metal guns that are supposed to sit on his back that the previous owner rightly just doused with super glue and stuck on, so I see no reason to deviate from that. So we will also be dousing these in liberal amounts of super glue and then setting them on. Well, that one's... Ooh. I might need to do these one at a time. They're slip sliding around. Thought I would speed through by holding them down both at once, but maybe I didn't need to half-ass it. I needed to whole-ass it one at a time. Less synergy and more practical hobbying. I'll just get these guns glued on here, and then I'll call it a night myself, I think. I have to make a proper search for my missing bases, or see if I ordered the correct size bases in order to continue with some of this, so that'll be taken care of. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that'll be it for tonight, I think. Thank you for joining me. It was definitely less chaotic than last time, which I think is an improvement. Still a good amount of chaos, though. Tau Hospital will continue. I don't know when I will stream again exactly, but we will continue to repair this army until it is all repaired, and then we will paint this army until it is all painted. So you have that to look forward to. I hope that you all have a nice night, and I'll see you in the next one.